It all comes down to Sydney, and Ryle Harris has the pole alongside his teammate George Miedeke, the defending champ out of P3 alongside Ryan Hansen. Forwards all at the front. A pair of Cedars Racing Holdens off the third row. Dontas and Pretty, a couple of big names out of row 4. Adam Marjoram still in the championship hunt as well. So too is Jared McLeod. He's been on the podium 3 times this year. Having a bit of a breakout season is Jared.
Yeah, big turnaround for Jared. Showing some great form.
Jeremy Gray had the family over at the Supercross the other night, so he's back-to-back weekends in Homebush. These boys are really into their two-wheel action. Do a lot of riding themselves. Steve Hodges had his best time taken off him for missing Parc Ferme in qualifying. Richard Mork, that car went into limp mode actually, and that's why we saw him pulled up at pretty much the halfway mark of qualifying. We're ready to go. The championship that started in Clipsal will wind up here in Sydney. East Coast Bull Bars Australian V8 Utes. First of 3 races. Miedeke's got a very aggressive line set up there on the grid. Can he beat his teammate? Matt Stern Racing front row. The championship leader on pole. Lights out. Harris gets the jump. Dontas with a good start. Goes to the outside of McNally.
Going to come straight across. They just cover off. He's definitely going to help Ryle out here.
Exactly what he needed to do. He said he was relaxed, kept his cool. McLeod goes over the curbs. We're 3 wide mid-pack. That's Tyler Greenbury, former karting champ, who had the sit there. And what a great exit
He's got the switchback on him.
So much for playing rear gunner. He's taken the lead. Got it. Walton and Cedars sort out their differences over the curbs. Riding on board with Andrew Fisher. Miedeke new leader.
What's interesting, Miedeke obviously knows that Ryle doesn't want to get into a street fight here. Just needs to get the point, so great opportunity for George to stretch his legs. That's exactly what he's doing.
He's left his teammate exposed to the hungry Ryan Hansen, who got the podium here last year, but Hansen's getting hounded by Walton. Off camber, tough corner. See how close they get to the concrete. Zadzik's got the front number plate hanging off it. That's fairly standard practice. Bit of pushing and bumping on the first lap. Down Dawn Fraser Ave. Into this complex of 90-degree corners around the train station. And this is a great opening lap from Miedeke. Here comes Hansford. This is a corner where he made some contact with Cedars last year. And the multi-spares ute goes up to second.
I all know that Ryle can't afford to get into a dust-up.
Oh, I think that was Bazadzik in the fence. Yep, he's buried it.
Let's see if he can get out of there. Keep us racing. And it's just hung up on that conveyor belt.
You know that feeling?
Yeah, it's not a good feeling at all.
Homebush or Bathurst, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter, mate. You're just stuck there.
Kim Jane in his 349th race. We're set to see him start his 350th later today.
That's pretty cool.
Well, there's only been 351 of them. He's only missed 2. Oh, here we go. Walton now to put the... Oh, my goodness.
I've had a rip.
That's Tyler Greenbury and Lee Nicolau, a couple of karting drivers, face to face. Wow.
I've obviously had a bit of overlap here and not giving anyone any room.
Lee was racing at the last round of the Australian Karting Championship in
She's
Geelong.
not going anywhere, that thing.
He's got the Karting Australia bonnet on that car, and that is heavy damage. And that's a shame because he had a shocker at Gold Coast, didn't he? He was in everything there. And there's the damage to Bazadzik. Oh dear.
You right? Yeah. Safety car boards and flags, safety car boards and flags.
Couldn't have said it better myself, Paul.
Leaders car.
No, it's coming. The safety car's coming. Take a while to clean up.
Oh, don't move now.
As soon as you get the safety car out, it looks like Nicolau's maybe got that thing going. There's the start again on the Yokohama replay. Dontas to the outside of McNally, got a great jump. His starts all year have been really good.
Yeah, gets a good lead.
Just watch him just launch in the middle. Harris won the initial jump down to turn 1. Got the whole shot.
Yeah, George just ranges back to the right, opens up the corner and just carries a bit more corner speed.
Over-undered him.
Yep.
From Kim Jane's point of view. Look at the Puma glove.
There's nowhere you can go here. Then the track opens up and goes from 2 lanes to 4 lanes. And this is where you're just praying that no one spears down the inside and drills you in the door.
Got Michael
There's
Armand.
come once there.
Yeah, Armand cops on from Beachy as well.
And then Kim just showing his experience.
Oh, yeah.
Run room.
Swollen his lonesome.
Yeah, lock the right front, lose the steering and straighten the fence.
Okay, now what happened to Lee Nicolau? Shamrock Racing. Whee, unloaded.
Well, he's obviously come across to the left. There's been some overlap.
And there's Tyler Greenbury.
There's been a bit of overlap.
That's the unit that won the last round.
Yeah, so...
Oh. Wow, lucky that Peter Burnett missed that one. Great driving, Peter Burnett, to avoid that one. That's the best evasive action we've seen all year. Here we go, real time. Oh, the violence.
Yeah, he caused that himself. When there's an overlap, you just can't run a guy under the fence.
Well, Danny was out of the car and had a bit of a smile on his face. He's actually down there with Kylie in the pits right now.
Danny Bazazza, you're the only man I know that's, I don't know, out of the race, but still got a smile on your face. A little mistake there.
Boys, I'm a panel beater, so I've got to keep the guys busy.
How tough is it out there on this track?
Yeah, seriously tough. It's amazingly tough. The curves are hard. It's just hard as. Without doubt, it changes all dynamics from up and downs.
Oh, well, as you say, you've got to keep the boys employed, so that's okay.
Well, they're definitely employed. I'll give you them have a look at it. They're going to cry.
All right, we'll let you sit back and watch and see what happens here.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
So if you've stoved your FG Falcon in, Western General Bodyworks is the place to not take it this week because they're going to be a bit busy.
Oh, I'm sure they've got enough guys on staff to take care of anyone's problems down there.
He's got a couple of pole positions to his name, but the ISEC racer is yet to win a race this year in the Utes. He loves this track. He won the first ever motor race on this circuit back in 2009, and the green flag is out at Sydney Olympic Park. Fair chance, Paul, that this one will be called early, so get the moves done now.
Get it done. Let's see what happens to Ryle here. He's the one to watch.
If Walton wants to have a go at him, he can't afford to fight. He just needs to give it up. The next race is full point, so there's glass down there and debris. That's all he needs.
And Ryle was onto that and moved off it. Everyone else drove through it.
Through turns 2, 3, 4, over the bumps, curves. Tyre walls looming. Oops. Wilson's got a handful. That ute looks resplendent considering it was in the fence in a big way yesterday in this corner. And Walton's all over the back of the points leader. Harris turned less laps than these guys in qualifying too, so his tyres should be pretty pristine at the end of the weekend compared to the rest.
And this next left-hander, have a look for Walton, have a look down the inside. See if Ryle will cover him off.
On board with Andrew Fisher on the podium here in 2009, the first year we went racing in Jesus Racing Ute, mainline dyno onboards. Oof.
It looks like Walton has got him.
Not
No,
quite.
not quite.
Fended him off. Well, we've got one going wide down the escape road. He was fighting with Kim Jane.
McLeod up the inside of Fisher, gets the job done.
I think that might have been Michael Armand who had to go down the escape road. And it's Meeneke who leads us back at the end of that first restart lap. But really, it's looking okay for Ryle, right where he needs to be with the leaders. And Armand has dropped all the way down the timesheets to 22nd, so that's unfortunate for our Porsche Carrera Cup racer. He's won races in Touring Car Masters, but yet to really break it in the Utes. What's Walton got for the points leader here?
A bit closer. Been pretty kind to him.
He's thinking about it. We know that he's very aggressive on the brakes, Chris Walton. Very aggressive everywhere. It's his style. That's why we love watching him.
It's interesting, Ryle doesn't seem to have the pace of Medeeki and Hansford. The guy was sitting on pole.
Well, Walton's really good over those curves. Here comes Dantes, has a bit of a think about becoming the #1 Holden in the field. Falls back in behind Cedars. Another strong year for David Cedars. Looks like being inside the top 5 in the championship again. It's like 5 straight seasons. He's on a bit of a Craig Lowndes-like run. So consistent over a course of a year. Yet to get that elusive championship, though. Deserves one. Probably the best race we've had in the Utes to have not won the championship, I'd say, David Cedars. Still, Marenko Ute sits in behind the Tickets and Tours West End Mazda Falcon. Ryle's really good through that last sector. We saw that in qualifying.
He did. Just punched out some good sector times through that last sector, and he's just starting to clear away now, so maybe set his tyre pressures for the longer run.
Walton's good through the chicanes over those curves, really good at straight lining it as much as he can. They're kind of like legal shortcuts, aren't they, really?
Yeah, if you get it right, you sort of jump one and allows you to get enough air to clear the next one nicely. If you get it wrong, not very good at all.
So I reckon this is going to end up one lap short. Oh, Jane's on the defensive. He's got Jeremy Gray behind him.
Just shuts the door and says, no way, mate.
No,
don't even think about it.
The rules are that you're not allowed to go side by side down there towards turn 2. And again, Walton closes up through this part of the track. And watch him on the curbs down here at turn 6. He'll just take a heap of the inside. Like that.
That's the way to do it.
That car manages those curves beautifully. Harris has a look in the windscreen mirror. Walton shows the nose. Harris holds on. And probably gets a better exit there, did he?
He did. The next part of the braking, you're going over these big rollers.
This is Dawn Fraser Ave.
So you go up, you go down, come back down again. You've got to modulate your braking pressure as the front end gets light.
And Hansford's actually closed onto the leader as well, so there's a chance for a few spots on the last lap next time by. But again, Harris so quick through this part of the track, although Walton's sticking with him this time. This will be the last lap. Are we going to see Hansford rise up?
He'll definitely have a go. It's best form we've seen him all year.
He's never finished higher than 3rd here at Homebush, so it's looking good for at least his personal best finish. Can he get the win though? Good battle this one. Battle for 1st and a battle for 3rd. Walton knows if he can get close enough to even having a crack, Harris will probably just give him the spot.
Yeah, well, what's Ryle got? 65 points. If he just finishes where he is, rolls back to 4th, he'll pick up 56 points. So either of those spots will do. He can just chip away.
And he'll be starting a row ahead of Miedeke in the next race too. Yep. So it's all coming up nicely. Last lap confirmed. Walton with a lot of speed.
See how he goes over these curves. Ryle gets a good run there.
Miedeke has opened up a car length or 2 in the lead as well.
He's dropped the hammer, pulled out a gap. Well, mid off that corner then, gets a good run.
Last time down the roller coaster, are we going to see a late race surprise? This race called time certain due to the fact that we spent a fair bit of time behind the safety car. So they'll finish it 1 lap early.
I'll probably go the block here, and he does. Just says, no way, mate. Shuts the door. Last lap.
Nothing wrong with that. Driving defensive, driving smart, driving his way to a 3rd championship. And at the front, it's Miedeke. He won the 1st race here, and he's won this one too. His 1st for the season, and it's deserved. A couple of pole positions in the bag. Got it done on the 1st corner, got a great exit, held the lead, held his nerve, takes the win. That was cool.
He did it in style, led from the front. Pretty nice manoeuvre at turn 1. Decisive, then had the car speed to just drive away.
Meanwhile, the miners are on. Further back in the field, Tyler Greenberg trying to fight his way through for 1 or 2 more spots after that 2nd lap dust up with Lee Nicolau. But there you have it. George Miedeke from Ryan Hansford. His best result here in Sydney. Ryle Harris 3rd. Championship still absolutely on. Walton and Cedars wrapping up that top 5. Nathan Pretty stayed out of trouble, so too did Jared McLeod.
They moved up 1 spot, Jared. Marjoram in 11th, Kim Jane 12th.
Hodges, great drive, up the field to 16th. That was very clean. And Adam Mardram almost out of that championship charge now, but let's see if he can finish inside the top 3.